What's going on YouTube? So we back with another video tonight. This is our market analysis for SPY. Right now SPY is down overnight, and I am looking at Robinhood to understand exactly how much we're down. So we're down $3.53 right now, and that's overnight. So I'm gonna play this out here on the screen. This right now, we have it in replay. I started off exactly where I started off in the morning. This is what I showed anyone that follows me on Instagram or X. I posted this exact photo and I just recreated it, but this is the photo that I sent out, and I was given my levels here. So before market opened, it looked exactly like this, and I went ahead and marked out these levels here. So with this low of 672.19, the box is at 672.20 and 673.97. What I was looking for was a rejection off of this level, and that's why you see me design this pattern here. So my pattern is, this is what I'm expecting, and if it does that, then that's my entry to take it back higher. The reason why I felt like this was a zone where we would get a pop in the market, we had two confirmations for me, which was this gap down. That was one, and then number two was that this is a support level where buyers have stepped in the market, multiple times. So you can see here, you can see here, and that's on the 15-minute. If I scaled out to the 4 hour and the 1 hour, you would see the exact same setup there at that level. So I'm anticipating that the same exact buyers that were, in previous levels, they'll be back in at this same exact level, and we would get a big push in the market. So what I'm gonna do is play exactly what played out in the market. And again, if you don't believe what I'm saying here in the video, please go to X or go to Instagram, and they're time stamped. So I can't get away with that. I can't change out photos and things like that. So you'll be able to actually, hold me to the fire and hold me true to my word. So, and I'm okay with that. I do this every single day. You'll be able to go back and see my before and afters and see that most of the time I'm pretty close to the targets. But as you can see, there's a gap fill here. See this gap down, and that same exact day it filled the gap, came back down to this level here, and there was a gap down here. And we'll see exactly what's going to happen once we play it. So we're going to play this out. I'm actually going to remove this off of here because I want you to be able to see exactly what happens. I'm actually going to move it up a little bit faster so it moves quicker for us. So there's that level there, and you can see that we're getting some wicks. We got a strong push down below it, but then right there, as you can see, now we're getting a strong push to the upside. And once we've broken a level here, I also do this. So on the first 15-minute open, which would have been this candle here, I mark out those levels. So the height of it would have been 677.09. So I mark out that level, and then I come back down here, and the low on it was 673.23. So 673, let's see if I can get the 23.20. We're gonna change it though to 23. So we change that there to 23, and what you want is a break underneath or a break above. So this did break underneath here, and if I turn on VWAP in the 8 EMA, you can see that it was underneath here. But the minute that it got above VWAP in the 8 EMA, you can see here this candle was very strong. The minute that we closed above this candle, we would have needed a pattern that was down here. It would have had to come up, and it would not have passed this level here, and we would have had to push back down, and this would have been our entry right here at this level. So that would have been our continuation. But here we had a break of structure. It didn't do this, so it went above. Now here's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting for it to push up, and this is just on the 15-minute. And then I'm expecting for it to come down, and when it comes back down, this is the indication that we are going to continue higher, which would be here at this level. Now I'm not saying it did exactly that. We're going to watch it out and see exactly what happened. Remember, my level to enter for entry is going to be at 677.84, which is right here at this level. I'm just going to put a line there, 677. 677.84, and this is exactly where I did enter. I took 2 plays today. So now let's play it out. Oops, let's go back to SPY. I'm sorry. Let's play it out and just see what happened. So there, as you see, we're right there at that mark, but you can see now we have passed it. This candle has just went past it at 10:15, and it's closing there. That gives me the indication that we are headed back to the upside. We had a rejection here off of the ADMA. So these are our wicks right here. It's telling us that it wants to go higher. This was our pullback here. Even if we scale back down to the 5-minute, now you will really see that pattern that I was giving you. See, it went down, it rejected off of that AEMA on the 5-minute, and then we got to push to the upside. But the moment that we reached up here towards the level that I wanted to get past, which was 677.84, you can see we rejected off of that, but then we pushed above it. And this closing candle here was my indication to continue to ride it to the upside. Let's see what happens. So we got a strong 5-minute pullback here, and some people would have gotten out, and if you set your stop loss right here, then it definitely would have hit your stop loss, and you would have been out of the trade. So you just got to be cautious of that sometimes, and it happens. Like, we're human, and the market is going to do what it wants to do. But if you were confident and sure, you just would have got right back into the market and would have executed. So once it got above this level, I needed it to come back and retest, which means I needed it tested it here. Once it broke above, I would have needed a strong candle to break, and then I would have been waiting for another. This would have been my entry here once it gave me that pattern. So did it give me that pattern in the beginning? Yes, it did. It gave me here, but I'm also going to scale out to the 15-minute. So when I scale out to the 15-minute, you see that candle closed like this, which is giving me indication that it wants to continue to the upside. So the higher time frames are always going to give you more clarity. And I went back to the 5-minute, and there's going to be a pattern here. I keep pressing enter, space. There's going to be a pattern here that's going to give us like indication in this area to where it's just back and forth. So I waited, and I'll tell you, this is where I got in at. And the reason why I got in at this level was simply, and I do want to let you know, be very transparent. I got in here at this level, and it pushed down and reversed on me, and I was out because I knew that I never should have. Like I said in the beginning, I was waiting on a bounce, but I just felt like the market was moving down. I thought it was going to continue, and I've already had my plan, so why not stick to it? So learn from my mistakes. But here we have some consolidation, but the consolidation is moving to the upside. I'm going to take my EMAs off so you can just see it clearly. So what I did was I took my trend line and I put it right here, and I just wrote it up. So I said, you know what? It's riding on a trend line right now, and it's still giving me a push to the upside. So once I got this closure here and we had a pullback and we didn't come down lower, I said, if we get a green candle here, it's probably going to continue to push to the upside, because now we have tested this level and we're not going underneath that 677.84. So we got a big push to the upside. I actually was in on this candle, and then I got out. You can see that if I would have stayed in, and I did take another trade after this, because I knew it was continuing to the upside, which we're going to get another. That's a pullback here. So all this is just a better buy-in entry. So you can buy in here. You can see it's rejecting off of this level. So a good buy-in would have been even right here. If you know that it's continuing up, see me, I was already in the market down here, so I already had the analysis that it was going to continue to the upside. I actually had a screen record of the trades as well. So there's that push, there's that 5-minute again. So that 5-minute is going to look just like that 15-minute prior, which is going to be right here. So see, looks exactly like how it looks down here. It just recreated the same exact pattern. There was a slight pullback, and now we're going to wait for it to continue to the upside. So fake this out a little bit. Still coming down, and and this is all normal. And then you can see here, we're gonna keep coming down, and now the market is closed now. So you can see it's continuing to push down to the downside. My level was supposed to be 86, 85 area is where I was expecting, but I'm not there. And now the market has come all the way down to 677, which is right here at this level to where I was anticipating on it to break above. So the market's still moving. This is all after hours though. The market closes at 2. So this is where the market would have closed at. But again, as I'm looking at Robinhood right now, we're down $3.88, which puts us at 676.40. So this is where we're at right now. Now, if it's gonna hold, we'll see that it may return right here back down into this level, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. And maybe we get the same exact move as what this did, because the same exact buyers are gonna step in, or we can get a continuation flush, which would bring us down to, I think it was like 669, somewhere around there, I believe. Let me go down to the 4-hour. It will bring us down to this level here, 666, 665, and if we don't hold that level, then we're gonna have a field day for the rest of this week. We'll be down in 650 range. So that's my market analysis. That's what played out today. If you have any questions, concerns, any comments, leave them down there in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you share this video with someone that may be new and fresh into, trading options. I don't know it all, but I'm just telling you exactly what I see, and hopefully someone can learn from it. If there's anything that I can be taught, please drop those comments below so that, I would love to get better and have a easier understanding. Well, not easier, nothing's easy in trading, but a more clear understanding of exactly what's going on in the market, and someone can definitely help me out. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll be back with another video. We make videos like this all the time, so we're just gonna keep tapping in, and we're gonna grow together.